Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you toast, fish, vegetable sandwich. Alright, so you're definitely gonna need some fillet fish, filet, so the European call it, fillet fish, lettuce, some cucumbers, paprika, sweet pepper, you can use any color, slices of tomato, avocado. You're gonna need an avocado. Just make sure it's ripened. It's ready for eating. And bread, 2 slices of bread. And I'm using a skillet to toast my bread. You can use your regular toaster. You're gonna need some salt, sea salt for this, about a teaspoon of sea salt to put on the fish, and cooking oil for frying the fish, which is coconut oil. Alright. Alright, this is my fish. It's tarring. It's kind of hard. So, the idea, if you have fillet fish and you want it to tar fast, you just put it in a bag, a sealed bag, and then immerse that bag in water and allow it to tar, to defrost. Alright, so first thing first, we're going to prepare the lettuce by cleaning it. Alright, so first you remove the root end by cutting off the root end, and we're going to go to each leaf, make sure there's no insect or dirt in between the leaves. And what do you know? There's an insect, and I'm going to show it to you. This is the reason why it's very, very important to wash your vegetables properly. Look at that bug trying to hide. See, if you didn't wash it properly, you would have ate this bug, more like I. Alright, so we found a bug and we killed it. You see? You saw for yourself. I know some of you might say it's gross to show the bug, but you know what? I'm happy I saw the bug today. It's going to make the video an interesting one. And you can see for yourself that they do have insects. Alright, so look through each leaf. Take each leaf, even the smallest one, and look through it. Look in between it to see if there's any bugs or dirt or worm. Alright, see those little black spots? That's worm. After they finish eating, they leave the little trail of feces, worm feces. So you gotta look and wash off all that stuff. Make sure it's very clean. There's nothing in between the leaves. Every time I use lettuce, I stress it a lot. Wash your lettuce vegetables properly. Alright, so next, I got me some water. Enough water for me to wash these vegetables. Alright, so this is my cucumber. Interesting, 2 of them stick together, so I say, okay, this will be good for my video because it's different. Alright, I'm just going to use half, so I'm cutting it half. So how I recommend you prepare the cucumbers is to slice strips around the cucumbers. Don't slice off all the green, because sometimes the green from the skin of the cucumber has nutrients in it that could be good for you. So you just strip it, peel it like you saw me doing, and put it aside. Alright, so the tomato, you just remove the stem and cut that off. And as for the cucumbers, paprika or sweet pepper, you just remove the stem with the seed. with the seeds. Try to keep the paprika whole, because when you dice it, you want to see if you can get it in some little circles, like. Alright, so next, you take your avocado. In Jamaica, we call it pear. Take your avocado and wash the skin of your avocado properly. Rinse it. Once you prepared all your vegetables, we're going to put a tablespoon of salt in the water, or you can use white vinegar. We do that to aid. Put the salt in the water is like vegetable detergent. So it really helps to get the dirt off the vegetable properly. So you just use your fingers and just wash the vegetables properly. As for the lettuce, take all the lettuce, put it in the salt water. Usually, any worm or insect in between it will float on the top. You'll definitely see it. Alright, so you give the lettuce vegetables a proper wash. Look through each leaf again. You probably don't have to look through each leaf again because you already did. But just to be on the safe side, just go through each and look through them. Alright. Or you can do like you see me doing. Take a bunch and just squeeze it softly, removing the water, removing the excess water. And then you put it on a container, allow it to drain. Alright, once you do that, you take the lettuce, because you know you're making sandwich. So whenever you're making sandwich, you want to make sure that the vegetables are dried. It's not saggy or wet or moist in any way. So you use a paper towel and put the lettuce leaves on a dry, thick paper towel, and just allow the lettuce. This is our fish fillet. Europeans say filet, but you know, my fans, one person say call it filet and one person say it's called fillet. Well, my fans are all over the world, so I don't mind saying it both ways, because some are from Europe and some the Americans. So these are soft enough, so you just take them out and put them in a container, make sure to drain. So do as you see me doing. Take a paper towel, the fish fillets, a fish fillet is defrost, it's soft and ready for frying, but just remove the excess water by putting the fillets on a paper towel and allow it to drain on a dry paper towel. Alright, so it's been sitting for a while, all the moist, all the excess water or the water in the fish is removed. So now you take a tablespoon of sea salt, preferably. Sea salt is natural, and you just spread it on your fish fillets. That's the only thing we're going to put on the fish is salt. And if you're against salt, just use less. You can not use salt. The fish will taste just as good. Being that this is healthy cooking, you don't have to use salt. Alright, so you take a skillet or a frying pan like this. Put the stove's gauge, put the stove's gauge on 6. Allow the pot to get hot. If it's wet inside, just allow it to dry. So let it stay for about 3 minutes with the stove's gauge on 6, medium high. Alright, so it's been between 3 minutes, been sitting, just getting hot. I didn't have the oil yet until now. So I'm putting enough oil just to cover the surface of the pot. So I would recommend using Just use enough oil, because once you add the fish, it's gonna give off more oil. So you don't want to use plenty. So I would say quarter cup. Alright, so once you see a little smoke like you see, it's been sitting for about between 3 minutes, allowing the oil to get hot. The stove's gauge is still on 6 medium high. Alright, so now you just take each fillet and place it in a pot, skin side down. If your fillet doesn't have a skin, any side, one of the side down. See what I realize with these skillets, these type of pots, the highest flame that you can put it on that is safe to use is 6. I realize that when I put it on high like 8 and so forth, it makes it a black spot around the side. Alright, so it's been 3 minutes, just between 4, and this is what your fish fillet look like. So you just use a spatula or a fork, get beneath the frying fish fillet. It's gonna be a bit challenging, but just be patient. Do as you see me doing. Just kind of get beneath the fish patiently and gently loosen the fish fillet from the pot's bottom. Alright, so that's the middle one I flipped. It's gonna give you a little challenge, but just be patient, you'll get it. And don't panic. Don't panic. You know, if you realize you're not getting it and you're kind of panicking, no, just relax and you'll get it eventually. Alright, so once you do that, you just allow. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. On the other side, just use your fork and kind of work the edges. Get beneath the fish and kind of barely lift it. You want to try and loosen it a little. If it's too stiff, like it's sticking to the pot, that means it's still frying. It's cooking and it won't be able to move, so you just allow it. And 2, if the sizzling of the oil gets less, that's a sign to say the fish is ready. Like this. Alright, 3 minutes, get less light on this side. Fish usually takes about 6 minutes to cook anyway. Every fish, every and any fish. Anyway. Alright, so that's what you want. You want a escovish. Escovish is fried fish. I don't know if international people use that word, but this is escovish. Escovish is fried fish. I don't know where the word came from. It sounds more like European. Alright, so it's been 6 minutes in total. And your fish is fried properly on each side. Whatever side is not fried properly, just turn it on the side and allow it to fry some more until it's cooked properly. So whatever piece is ready, remove that one. First one I just removed. Now I'm removing this second piece. It's all in the 6 minutes. I'm just going to let this stay for a minute or so. Alright, so okay, I'm going to remove this now. It's cooked enough. And by keeping your stove's gauge on high, you're finished. Turn it off. Your fish won't be boiled. Next, put to heat a skillet, a frying pan, or you can use a baking tray or a pizza tray if you don't have a frying pan or any of that. Or I know most people have toaster, so you can just eliminate this part and use your toaster. Alright, so Put the stove's gauge on low, almost off low, in between off, between low and off, and just allow the pot to get hot for about 3 minutes. Escovitch or fried fish fillet or filet. Fish fillet sound like French. Alright, so I'm using today sliced bread. Alright, the pot been sitting for 3 minutes. It's hot enough. Just be careful and don't get burned. Guys, let me say, although you see me touch the pot with my hands, I'm skillful. I know what I'm doing. So if you want to do it, just you know, practice to feel the heat with your hands. And then you'll know whether you'll be able to touch it or not. You don't just go and touch it. You kind of touch it softly. And if it's warm enough to move it, you move it. If it's too hot, you definitely have to get a cloth. Alright, so you take a bread and place it in the center of your frying pan. Alright, just allow. Alright, so it's been sitting for about 4 minutes. Alright, it's getting on its way. You see, you can use a spatula to remove it. The first one you put on the pan is going to be a bit challenging. Everyone after that is going to be easier to do or lift off the surface of the pan. Keep the bread in the center of the heat, right over the heat. If you notice, I'm only doing one at a time. For effectiveness, you only can do one at a time. Next, take your avocado and just cut it in half. There's gonna be a big seed in the middle, so you just cut it in half. Anyway, either vertically or horizontally, but cut it in half, and just remove the seed. Or usually you can just take one of the half off. Alright, once you do that, you just use a spoon and scoop your avocado out of its skin, like you see me doing, or as you see me doing. Alright, so once you do that, just use a fork. A fork is effective. You don't have to use a crushing machine or whatever. If you do that, half of the avocado is going to be in between the masher. You just use a fork. A fork is effective, and mash your avocado to puree. Alright, so this is what you want. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes on that side for that bread. So in all, I'll say it took between 10 minutes to toast one bread. Alright, so you just continue. Alright, so while we wait for that, just get the vegetables. Prepare the vegetables by dice your vegetables. Your paprika, you can use any color paprika. This is sweet pepper. And if you can, slice the paprika to get whole circles like this. Whole circle pieces like this. Your cucumbers, slice your cucumbers. As the tomato as well. Alright. Let's put this aside for later. Put your prepared vegetables aside for later. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. I kind of turned the stove up a little because I want it to go faster. So once it's toast, you can lift it up and look, you know. If it's toasting and toast to your liking, then you flip it. I didn't say, but that was 2 minutes. Alright, between 2 minutes, we're gonna assemble our fish, toast, fish, vegetable sandwich. Why you see me use the toast on the stove and everything? You know what, guys? I'm being practical. It's just a typical person at home, and you want to cook some food. You don't have all the utensils, but you want to cook. So you get around with using only what you have. I don't want to cook like everybody else with a chopping board and all the utensils and so forth. No, I want to be practical. I want to show people how we get around the kitchen without having certain utensils. So you'd never see me use chopping board. Number one, they're kind of nasty and dirty anyways, no matter how much you clean them. Alright, so take your avocado. You see, chopping board is like a one-time use, two-time, three-times use. And oftentimes it get real mucky and disgusting after that. Alright, so you take your avocado, put as much as you like. And we're using the avocado as a substitute for like the mayonnaise and the ketchup and stuff like that. So the avocados are our dressing. We're not adding no ketchup. We're not adding mayonnaise. We're not adding mustard. We're not adding sauce to this. Alright, so you take your cucumbers and lay your cucumbers and or the tomato and or the paprika. Why I'm contemplating what to do, because I'm going to take a picture. So I want to make sure all the vegetables are showing when I take the picture. So I just place some tomato, lettuce. Now I'm putting paprika, sliced paprika. And if you don't want to toast the bread, you can do this without toast bread. And I'm going to say it earlier, but you can you can mince the fish, like use your fingers and mince the fish, and use just the minced part of the fish if you want to as well. Alright, so this is our sandwich. So toast, fish, vegetables, sandwich. Miguel's. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Subscribe, share, like, and leave a nice comment. Alright, so now I'm going to sample this thing for you, but first I'm going to do my customary slicing of sandwich. Alright, so it's my toast, fish, vegetable sandwich. Healthy lunch idea. It's clean. You can taste the avocado. The flavor makes me want to dance. The tomato, you can add tomato if you want. Didn't use tomato in this one. Alright, so the objective of this sandwich is healthy cooking. This is a very, very healthy sandwich. It's a vegetable sandwich. And I have a vegetable sandwich, so I recommend you look for that one as well. And one of the things we often do in Jamaica is make avocado sandwich. I'm going to do that one as well, so look for that. This sandwich is sold in many delis. Probably they use different luncheon or luncheon, you know, the little meat cut business, whatever. That's what they use as their meat. Alright, as I was saying earlier, you can use the fish and then take the fish meat apart. And then you use these little pieces on the sandwich. But you just kind of put them on the avocado so they stay together. Alright guys, see you. Subscribe, like, and share.
Yeah, man!
Go take a look at our merchandise store. Links below. A Miguel Marvin Samuels production.